Okay, our next presenter is Rachel Johnson. She's from chemistry, and the title of her presentation is a hybrid antibiotic. A hybrid antibiotic to overcome antibiotic resistance. Rachel, the floor is yours.
Have you ever gone to the doctor and been prescribed an antibiotic? You likely have, and this is because you had a bacterial infection. Antibiotics are used to kill or inhibit the growth of bacteria. Now, up until 100 years ago, if you had a bacterial infection, you likely wouldn't survive because the first antibiotic wasn't discovered until the late 1920s. But today we're faced with a different challenge. Numerous antibiotics have been discovered, yet bacteria have become resistant to these drugs. In fact, there's bacterial infections that cannot be treated by any known antibiotics today. This is a global health crisis. In the United States alone, over 35,000 deaths per year are from antibiotic resistant infections. About 30% of these deaths are from methicillin resistant Staphylococcus aureus, or MRSA, which can cause infections of the skin, lungs, and even the blood. Mepirocin is an FDA approved drug that's used to treat topical MRSA infections. However, prevalence of mepirocin resistance has increased clinically. As you can see on my slide, the red bacteria are able to be killed by mepirocin. However, the blue or mepirocin resistant bacteria survive, are able to replicate, and allow the infection to persist even after antibiotic treatment. But I don't want to give all bacteria such a bad reputation because they don't all cause diseases. There's bacteria in the soil that help plants to grow. There's bacteria in our guts that help us to digest food. And there's even bacteria that make antibiotics themselves. I work in the Bowley lab on a small molecule, thiomarinol, made from marine bacteria. As you can see on my slide, it has an interesting structure. It's actually two antibiotics linked together, as I've highlighted in red and blue. The red portion of the molecule is extremely similar to the FDA-approved drug mepirocin, but notably, thiomarinol is able to treat MRSA 100 times more effectively than the FDA-approved drug. And you can see that this is a hybrid antibiotic and it's extremely rare to find in nature. My research shows that thiomarinol is able to inhibit an essential metabolic process in bacteria, protein synthesis. Now, like mepirocin, it does that by binding to an enzyme and halting its function. But thiomarinol binds to the enzyme 1,500 times better than the FDA approved drug. Even more, thiomarinol is able to treat bacteria that are resistant to mepirocin. We have evidence to show that the blue portion of the molecule allows thiomarinol to overcome mepirocin resistance by acting through a different mode of action. Overall, we envision that our work on thiomarinol can be applied to the design of new hybrid antibiotics. And ideally, we could use previously discovered antibiotics and repurpose them to make new hybrids to fight antibiotic resistance. Thank you.